Hey y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and you've arrived unbelievably at day 31 of the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2020. Thank you so much for being with me today. We are going to be doing something really fun. I hope that you guys will enjoy. Some of you may have done these before, embedded letters. And this is just a technique that we learned at our CZT seminar, and I've seen a lot of people teach it. So I hope that you guys are going to really enjoy this. I am doing this because my niece Rachel is getting married live stream this weekend, and I just wanted them to have something special to remember the day. All right. So embedded letters, let me show you quickly a picture of what I mean by this. Sorry, this is all wrinkly. But this is what I mean. This is a technique that Maria Thomas developed to sort of, probably from her calligraphy and her illuminated letters work. And so we are going to learn to sort of ornamentalize a letter and make it all tangly. Okay? So I did in advance go through and try to pencil my letters in, not because you need to do that, but because since this is meant to be a gift, then I wanted to make sure I had my spacing and all of that correct. So today I'm going to use my Micron PN. That is a pen with a plastic nib. And let me show you there if you've not seen these. These have the same ink in them that the Micron, that the regular Microns have. This is the difference. So if you are a person that really pushes hard with your pen, or if you're good at like wanting varying degrees of line weight, then the plastic nib might be a good choice for you. If you have trouble with your nibs wearing out on your 01s, then this is definitely a good choice. So getting started, what you want to do is decide whatever letter you're going to use, and it can look however you like, with a couple of things to remember here. And that is, if I can get a better angle where I can see and the camera can see and we're all happy. So you want these letters to be as letter shaped and as regular as possible for this reason. Once we start putting all of the pretty little bells and whistles on there, then this is going to get, the letter will get lost in that if the letter itself is not made bold. And that is why I am going ahead and being pretty aggressive with my ink on here. I'm still not pressing hard, but I'm not stinting on the ink. So we want it to look, in my case, like an R, and we want it to be big and bold enough to be able to handle all of the little ornamentations that we're going to put around there. Okay? So you may make it look as you wish. I am going to put extra line weight along the outside, or on the downstroke, if you will. Don't be afraid to get a nice bold look on this. I wanted to pull something out that was just going to be a pure joy for everyone to draw. And I think this is such a wonderful idea, both for your journals and things like that, when you want to make them yours in a very unique artistic way. And these are just, and they're perfect gift ideas. I had Christmas coming in May today. I got a package from Zentangle. I went ahead and purchased the project pack that they're doing right now. I just couldn't resist all of those little Zendalas working together. If you guys haven't seen pictures of those on social media, you should check it out. And if you're wondering how to keep in touch with what's going on at Zentangle, a good way to do that is to go over to Zentangle.com and sign up for their newsletter. And the certified Zentangle teachers, we get a heads up probably a week ahead of everyone else or two, but on what's coming up. But that way, if you sign up for their newsletter, you won't miss anything that the big dogs are doing. Woof. I could not get over how loud Simba was snoring in the video yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just focus on this R. Okay. And the first thing we want to do is we want to make a very careful aura around it. And I'm going to make one on the inside as well as the outside. You want to slow down, take your time. You want to keep it fairly close in to your letter. The more careful you are with these auras, the more of a cohesive unit. I'm pushing the wrong way here. The more of a cohesive unit you're going to have for your letter. And your letter can be as stylized as you like. Just keep in mind that if you lose the true form of the letter, then it's going to be difficult to see it once we get finished. Okay. A little bit more on this first one. This technique is all about aura-ing and little fescues. And since we've had a lot of both of those lately, I thought we would just use them for something really fun today. All right. And I want to remind myself, along with you guys, that I am really bad about trying to fix little problems that I see with lines. And things like this and like this are not going to matter once we get all of the extra stuff on. And if I could just resist the urge to try to make it better, I would be in much better place, because the fixing usually obscures what I'm trying to do anyway. So I'm going to try really hard to resist this urge today. All right, next. Once you have a nice aura around your letter, then go in and look at it and decide, where would I like to stick some little fescues, right? So I'm going to put one right in the middle here, and I'm just going to curve it around and let it stick out. Okay. And I think I'm going to put one, we're going to go around here. Whoops, did not mean to do that. But again, let's not panic. Okay, so I want you to go around your letter and just put a couple of little fescues. Try to curl them either in towards, along with the shape, like I did sort of here. Going opposite directions of what your letter is doing is also a good way to do it. I've seen Maria Thomas do them inside, like curl them in like this, to great effect. And I think I'll put maybe one down here. But just as you will, put a few in, and when you think you have enough, then what do we do next? We aura. No, I'm wrong. We round now. So each one of these little fescues that we came in, we're going to go to them and we're going to put some rounding in the little places where they come together, just like we have been. We're just going to finish this off just a little bit so that it looks, you know, finished. Okay, I'm going to round in here. You want to make sure you've got an aura around your letter before you start the fescue and rounding. Okay. Let's do here. And I think this is the last one I've got up here. Okay, so this is the next step. Now we aura again, okay? So let me figure out for me. Once again, being very careful as you go. Taking your time. Shifting your tile as your hand position becomes uncomfortable or awkward. Let's shift our tile. Right there, it's time to turn, I can tell. If you can turn your tile before it gets awkward, that's where you're going to have the most success. Oh, I forgot to round here a little bit. There we go. All right. I very quickly come to a zen place when I do these. As long as I can go slow enough to make myself happy. All right. Now, at this point, you can do a couple of different... Ooh, I forgot one really important one here, didn't I? And that is this one in here. What happens is these little fescue shapes and the auras add a lot of visual interest to this. But again, and now you can see, if you don't have your letter nice and dark, then you lose the essence of what you're doing. Okay? All right, now go around once again. Once you've aura'd all the way around, go in once again and find any corners that need to be rounded, like these right here. Oops. And this one. And this one. And this one. Okay, now you can choose at this point to add another fescue, and I think I'm going to add one right here, and I'm going to go ahead and round that while I'm here. And I think I may want another one over here just to finish this out. Like that. Now I'm going to aura it all again. This is very similar to what I did yesterday, although this is going to turn out much nicer, I think. Try to keep your aura lines consistent. This is where I have a huge challenge. I have heard so much more from you guys. I haven't gotten many comments answered, but I did chat with a couple of people on direct message on Instagram. Had somebody said they opened an Instagram account just so they could share pictures, and I think that's lovely. I know that in this day and age, especially people of my age or older, all of the social media stuff is exhausting. At least it is for me. But I think my other choice would have been to start a Facebook group, and I just can't. I can't. It's not that I have anything against Facebook per se. It's just I don't have time. If I were to do something like that, that would be more hours out of the day that I was not able to make videos, and that I would be answering comments and things like that. And the way that we have it with Instagram is that I can, what I do is while I'm waiting for my videos to export and upload, then I go through and I try to look at the pictures that you guys have posted, and really, oh, I love them. I just love them. You know, I want to shout out to Lynn Gotham right now. I was looking at some of her. She has been with me from the very beginning of last year's 100 Days Challenge, and she has commented every single video, and her dog Karma tangles with her, just like Simba tangles with me. And so Simba talks to Karma, and she has been so dedicated and such a wonderful supporter. And I just want to say thank you, Lynn, for sharing your art with me yesterday. It is beautiful, and I'm just so jealous when I look at her art, because it's exquisite, the detail and everything. She is the artist that I wish I could be. So, oh my goodness, look how pretty this is. Now, we have another choice. You could aura again. You may stop at any time on this. You may aura it again if you wish. But what I like to do for the finishing touch is then to fill any extra spots with orbs, of course. So I'm going to stick some here in the middle and black around them, just as a way to finish it up. And there's a reason I use that a lot. It's because it's very effective. It's a very effective way to fill space, especially these little tiny ones. I don't want to particularly black a lot in this area, because again, that will be confusing for the lettering. But a little bit. Now you're starting to see the magic. I want to see a whole bunch of these. And I think those of you who are new to Zentangle, I think you're going to love this. It is so simple, and it turns out looking so freaking cool, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Say it does. So I really like this. And I think maybe I'll stick a little orb in down here. Very little. And there you go. That's mine. I like it. So what do you guys think about this? Now, let me see if I can't zoom out. Let me see if I can get a little further away from this. Isn't that pretty? And now what I can do, once I finish the bee down here, what I can do is fill the rest of this with tangles, and hopefully pretty ones. And when we have this done, this will be really, really beautiful. And I can add color if I want. One of these days we'll color a tile as far as like a watercolor finish, and then tangle over that and see what you guys think about that, but not today. So this ended up being fairly short. I really enjoy this, and I'm going to go ahead and finish the bee and the little ampersand. And if you guys want to hang out with me, you can, and if not, you don't have to. this is where I'm going to stop today. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, I thought I would stick this on the end. I wanted to show you the final product. It turned out very pretty, I think. You can't really get a good idea of the color because of this light. Let me diffuse that just a little bit. Maybe you can get a better idea. You'll recognize this. I used all patterns that we've done from this project. This is Gelly Roll, Gelly Roll, Gelly Joy around the edge, and this is Daisy May down the middle. And what I did was I went around with different colored pens. I used a dark green for this, a light green for the Daisy May. Then I used my Prismacolors, although I do have polychromos, and I will break those out from time to time. I'm just really familiar with my Prismacolors, and so I think, oh, okay. Well, Simba is with us today, and he is rolling around, so I just wanted to show you guys the finished product. I did not have any blending solutions, so I just used the colored pencils to blend, and but I thought it turned out pretty. I thought it was pretty, and I used shading around these elements to push the background back because there's a lot going on back there. I don't know if it's too much or not, but turn it this way. Maybe you can see it without all of the glare. I thought it turned out nicely, so I'll be proud to give this to them for a remembrance on Saturday. Go Rachel and Blake, and congratulations on your wedding. And I'll see all the rest of you tomorrow.